Hast thou eaten of the garden?
Have you eaten of the garden?
Whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat.
Come to jump to 17.
Verse 17, Genesis 3 and 17. And he said unto Adam, he said, because thou hast heard it unto the voice of thy wife, and of the eating and hast eaten of the tree in which I command thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it.
So now they should not eat of it. Go ahead.
Cursed is the ground from thy sake, and sorrow shalt thou eat of it all the days of thy life.
So now at one time they didn't have to till the ground, but now they're gonna have to till the ground. Okay, all right, go ahead.
Verse 18, thou shalt eat herb of the field.
Go out to eat the herbs of the field.
18. Thorns also in the thistles shall it bring forth to thee.
So they gonna get sick, right? The Lord made it where they had to till the ground. Now we had those perfect bodies. Now they gonna be getting sick. So guess what? They gonna have to take herbs now to heal themselves. One night, go ahead.
Then thou shalt eat the herbs of the field.
See, now you gotta eat the herbs, so now you gonna get sick. But we had them perfect bodies, okay? Verse 19.
Verse 19. In the sweat of thy face shalt thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground, for out of it was it.
So they saying he gonna have to eat bread. See, it really wasn't supposed to be that way. But Adam had sinned, okay? Okay. Go ahead.
Was thou taken from the dust, thou art unto dust.
See, so now is what it started to be what? Become mortal men. Instead of being immortal, he became mortal. Okay. Hey, we raised we sown immortal, but we raised up what? Immortal. Right? We sown in incorruption, but raised up in this corruption. All right? And this is what happened in turn. What you got, Romans 5 and 12? Baba Bashar.
This is the book of Romans chapter 5, verse 12. And it reads, wherefore as by one man sinner into the world, and death by sin.
See, death by sin. So at this point is when he started what? Losing his great estate. Go ahead.
And so death passed upon all men, for that all have sinned.
So, hey, we used to be spiritual. We had a high spirituality back then. We was physically in tune, but when he sinned, it knocked us down. We still have somewhat physical stature over these other nations, but not like we used to. Okay, all right. Now our strength is just mainly physical. That's why the Lord kept that physical strength on us, because guess what? We went into slavery, right? And we had to plow the fields for Esau. We still had to have that strength, because if we didn't have that strength, we wouldn't have been able to make it through. So we're not spiritual now, okay? Right? We're not spiritual unless what? We get close to Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, which we're doing in this time. We're getting back close to Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, all right? Read that again.
In the book of Romans chapter 5, verse 12. And it reads, wherefore as by one man sinner into the world, and death by sin. And so death passed upon all men, for that all have sinned.
See, death passed upon all men, right? You had Adam, Seth, and Enos, man. The great line, it started to fall, basically. But they fell from their high stature. That's when you see in the scriptures, it talks about giants, right? It's not talking about it's talking about us falling from our stature. It's not talking about no it's called Nephilim, okay? When it's talking about Nephilim, it talks about the high stature. Okay? Now let me get this in Ezra. Second Ezra. Second Ezra 3. Second Ezra 3 and 4. And it says, O Lord, who bearest rule, thou speakest at the beginning, when thou didst plant the earth, and that thyself alone and commandest the people, and gavest a body unto Adam without soul, which was the workmanship of thine hand. Okay, so the Most High blew that breath into Adam, which is the knowledge and wisdom and understanding. He gave order, okay? He opened up Adam's understanding, okay? It says, thou gavest a body unto Adam without a soul, which was the worship of thine hands, and didst breathe unto him the breath of life, and he was made a living before thee. Okay, so he gave them commandments. He gave him the dominion over the animals. He made him higher than what any creature that was created, basically. Okay, and did leadest him into paradise, that the right hand he had planted before ever the earth came forth. And unto him thou gavest commandment to love thy way, which he transgressed, and immediately thou appointed death in him and in his generation, of whom he came nations, tribes, people, kindreds, out of number. So that's where we all come from. Because we read in 2nd Ezra, the 6th chapter, and tell you we all come from Adam. And out of them, he chose a certain group. Okay, let me jump to verse 22. Verse 21, for the first Adam bearing a wicked heart transgressed, and was overcome, and so be all that were born after him. So we're not gonna be, we're gonna always sin because we was born of Adam. It's gonna take the second Adam to come back in his glory, which is Yahweh Shai, right? To get it all right, to make us righteous and holy. It says, verse 22, thus infirmity was made permanent, and the law also in the heart of the people with malignity of the root. Okay, malignity of that root. It said the malignity of that root. Let me go get this scripture right here to see what this says. 8:53. This is 2nd Ezra 8:53. The root of evil is sealed up from you, wickedness, and the moth is hid from you, and the corruption is fled into hell to be forgotten. So when Yahweh Shai come back, man, all that's gonna be forgotten. But right now, it's that root is wickedness, man. Okay. Back in 3:22, it says, thus the infirmity was made permanent, and the law also in the heart of the people with the malignity of the root, so that the good departed away, and the evil aboded still. So the evil is still on the earth, you know, and Esau is known as what the border of wickedness. Okay, well, come Malachi 1 and 4. So that evil is still there, man. Okay, that's why you try to do what's right, and you fall short. Okay, because we in these bodies, man. Okay, we in these vile bodies, man. Okay,
like the spiritually changed.
Give me Jude 1. I think it's 1 and 5. These bodies are what? Chains of darkness, man. Okay. And when you fight to do what's right, what do? You pray. That's the only way you're gonna fight to do what's right. You gotta keep praying, man.
This is the book of Jude 1.
I think it's 1 and 5.
5. I will therefore put you in remembrance.
Keep going. The 6. Talk about the bodies.
Right.
I think it might be Jude 6. Jude 6, it's probably 6.
1 and 6?
It's probably 6, yeah, because it's only one chapter. Let's see here. Yeah, you started 5. Go ahead. It's 5 and 6. Look, Matthew 6 tell you not to pray on the corner of the streets like the hypocrites. They pray in the open with men because they be seen among men. Look what they doing. That's Matthew 6. You read Matthew 6 chapter 2, you don't be praying out in the open like that. That you be seen among men. You supposed to pray in what? Your closet.
See?
Yo, and they praying right open. They been praying. They said, look, don't have no You ain't supposed to have no drawn out prayers either. You ain't supposed to be no repetition of prayers, man.
And if it's a female over there, you supposed to have your head
Head
covered.
covered. Man, let me get there right quick.